Hello WCK, this is Synchro, here for another BF4 Bootcamp training video. Here I'd like to discuss Battlepacks, Boost XP, loadouts, and yeah, so let's get started with Battlepacks. Basically, what I didn't mention in the other video was that Battlepacks can also be accessible in-game. All you have to do is hit the escape key, and it'll take you to the game menu, and you can click on Battle Packs here, and it'll show you some recent Battle Packs that you've opened. You can reopen them here. These are Battle Packs you have yet to receive. You can scroll through the list, and yeah, if it hasn't been opened, it'll just say Open Battle Pack or whatever. Just click on that, and it looks just like this. Your items are displayed and explain to you what they are. That's Battle Packs. Next, let's talk about Boost XP. Basically, you can access that through the escape, game menu right here. It shows up here. This is you can only access Battle Packs in game, and all you have to do is click on here and pick one that you have. Be careful not to click on ones you don't want to use, because once they're used, they're used. You can't turn them off. The only time they're in use is when you're in game. So if I clicked on this one, for instance, and then went back into the game, I would be using it, but the round isn't started yet, so it's not counting down. If I were playing right now with a server that has 4 players, I'd be counting down, and all my score would be times by 0.25 by 25%. So you don't have to worry about wasting them unless you're not going to be scoring. If you're just sitting in a server and waiting for people to join, might not be the best time to use it. Just use your best judgment to use these battle packs when you have a chance to score. Alright, so I guess that brings us on to the loadout screen. You can only access the loadout screen when you are dead, at least in game, that is. It's accessible at Battlelog, and you can use the Battlelog loadout screen right now if you wanted, just by alt-tabbing out and using it, saving it, and it will update in game, which is nice. But if you're in game like this and you're just running and gunning and you die, then you can change the loadout. So I'll go ahead and commit suicide. They've changed this suicide button to redeploy. That will basically, lose your 1 team ticket and add 1 death to your stats. Are you sure? That's only if you're, scoring in the game. So once you're dead, you'll be in the deploy screen, and there's 2 ways of accessing the loadouts. Here there's the customize button, or you can just click on the item that you want to change. For instance, if you're support and you need to use your mortars, just click on one of your gadgets, and then you can switch and go back, and you're set. The other way is to click customize, and you can go into all your soldiers here and your vehicles. It's really straightforward. All you need to do is pick the vehicle that you want to modify. Click on this here. You'll get options. You can choose between your different weapons. You've got the secondary weapon, you got your countermeasures, you got your upgrades, and your paint. Just look at here for extra options. I can go into these in more detail some other time, but this is the gist of it. Also, if you want to rotate your vehicle like this, all you have to do is use the right mouse button and drag left and right. That also works for soldiers and weapons. You can go further into the customization by changing your weapon. For instance, if we click on this weapon and hover over its stats here, you can see that its strong point is hip fire, and it's got pretty good stability and not very good range. These stats will tell you a lot about the weapon, including the rate of fire, how much ammo you get, type of ammo, firing modes, all that stuff. But yeah, just go in here and start to, set things the way you want them. One thing I liked about the let's see, the Ace 23, I heard that this is a pretty good all-around weapon, assault weapon. So what I've done is I put a 3.4 scope on for some medium to long engagements, and then the canted iron sights allows me to have close range engagements. Muzzle brake, this is to help with the, let's see, what does it do now? If I click on standard and then hover over muzzle, you can see that it gives you stability improvement, but then at the cost of accuracy. I think why I did this, I wanted the stability so that I could maybe try to get better long range fire. But generally these will all give you one thing and take away another. Like suppressor will give you silence on the map, but it'll take away your hip fire and range compared to standard barrel. And then there's the grips. These also have different functions. Here, let's go to no attachment, and then we can start to see the differences between all of them. Ergo grip is hip fire. This one is stability, accuracy, hip fire, stability, accuracy. Some of these just look different. They're the same. Like angled grip gives you stability just like the folding grip does, and then the potato grip gives you accuracy, and so does the stubby. So the potato and the stubby are the same, and vertical grip might be the same as ergo. Yep. So they've got some repetition going on, which is an aesthetics thing. And one other thing about soldier customization or soldier loadouts is these field upgrades. If you're wondering what they are, basically these are rewards. These are temporary rewards that you can achieve by working as a squad. Essentially anything you do as a squad member, as a squad leader, that benefits your squad, you get squad points for like reviving squad mates or rearming squad mates or following your squad leader's objectives. If you do these things, you get squad points, and they will start to take you to different levels of field upgrades. It'll take you to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and when your entire squad gets wiped out, you lose all of these field upgrades and have to start back from level 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, this changes each round. So, and you'll want to pick field upgrades that fit your playstyle. If your goal is to be really stealthy, then yeah, pick Shadow. This will give you, like it says here, reduces time you're spotted, makes you run faster, makes you take less damage when falling, and you won't be detected by motion sensors unless you're sprinting. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, just want to, pick what matches your playstyle. And while we're here, I might as well just show you the team setup button. All this is allows you to switch squads or switching team if you press this button. You'll have all the squads listed here, and then you can set it to private. You can leave your squad. You can create a new squad. Pretty simple. Okay, now let's take a quick peek at the loadouts in Battlelog. They work much the same way as they do in game. To access them, click on soldier or hover over it and click loadout. You've got all your weapons up here, and you've got all your vehicles down here. This is great just for getting ready before the game starts. Setting up your new unlocks from Battlepacks, and trying out different things and exploring different options. You get a little bit more information here in Battlelog as well. Let's take the assault weapon for example. What you can do is filter your results. Right now we're looking at all the assault rifles and carbines and DMRs and shotguns, and even the ones that I don't have, which have been grayed out, like these ones here. But if you only want to focus on the ones you have, you can click hide locked, and this will again show only the weapons you have. You can compare, and this will compare every other weapon to the weapon you have selected, which is the Ace 23. My Ace 23 has stuff on it, and some of these other weapons have, stuff on them as well, like, folding grips and all this kind of stuff. What you can do is compare base stats only, and now you can see the essence of that gun compared to the essence of other guns before any modification. And once you've once you're happy with this, you can hit save, and what will happen is, if you have a game running at the same time, it'll save and be applicable in game almost right away. So that works really well. I'm glad to see loadout actually works properly in BF4, unlike in BF3 it was busted. Oh yeah, transports, you can see how this one doesn't have any perks. Any vehicle that you can't customize fits under transports. This covers jeeps, small watercraft like the rib boat, the ATV, all these, and like the transport choppers. The only customization you can put on them is paint. Again, that applies to all of those different transport vehicles. Yeah, I guess that about covers this tutorial. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, don't forget to leave me your comments and feedback. Much appreciated. Alright, thanks. Bye.